Anna Sebastian Perayil, a 26-year-old chartered accountant from Kerala, passed away in July of 2024, reportedly due to work-related stress while employed at EY in Pune. Her death has sparked significant public outrage and prompted a government investigation into working conditions at the company. She joined EY in March 2024 and was part of the audit team at the member firm of EY Global in India. Within 4 months, she succumbed to what her family describes as overwhelming work pressure. Her mother publicly accused EY of maintaining a toxic work environment that glorified overwork and neglected employee well-being, and she wrote a viral email to EY India CEO Rajiv Mamani. And she described how her daughter faced excessive workloads, anxiety, sleeplessness, and stress shortly after starting her job. And apparently nobody from EY attended her funeral. It was only after this letter that EY expressed deep sadness over her death and stated that it is taking the family's concerns seriously. So it doesn't happen too often, but every now and then the Big Four kill people due to stress and overwork. And I know that in India, we are exporting the Big Four model to India because we don't have enough people here in the US, and the conditions can be even far worse than they are here, right? Along the lines of JP Morgan Chase in the US, where they recently capped banker hours at 80 per week because apparently people were working more than 80 hours per week, and it was causing people to have health issues. Oh, I'm getting corrected on my pronunciation. So it's Pune, right? Pune. Thank you, Space Turkey. And Beat Digging Cougar. I love these usernames.
Oh, my goodness.
These are the best YouTube usernames.
Pune. What's interesting about her letter, she went out of the way to call out. Apparently, EY has an EY Global Human Rights Statement. And some parts of this statement are things like, health and safety, the right of all people to enjoy a physically and psychologically safe work environment. Labor rights, the right of all people to just and favorable terms of employment. It's kind of interesting that she called out their own lip service policies, if you want to call it that they've published and signed.
It's total hypocrisy. And I don't understand why, as a society, we consider it acceptable for a knowledge worker who works in front of a computer to work 60, 70, 80 or more hours a week. And if you asked factory workers to do that, you'd say that's totally unacceptable. Just because somebody works in front of a computer or does work with their brain doesn't mean that it's healthy to do that excessively. Like, there's a reason that we have overtime labor protections in the United States, because for hundreds of years, people died from overwork and suffered health problems. And even if you don't die, we know that just one person dying at a Big Four firm is a symptom of a much bigger disease across the entire employee base. Like, how much mental health problems does it cause for people to be working excessively? Physical health problems. We know that partners, when they retire, they don't actually live that long on average because they've been overworking for all those years.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. Like, we have to acknowledge this as a profession, and it's going to take society leaders. It's going to take National Accounting Association leaders and to put pressure on the big firms to change their behavior, because they aren't going to do it because it will cost them money to do it. And that might mean like lobbying for overtime wage protections or limits on hours. And I wish that our leaders had the courage to do this.